Hi, my name is Kenesha Monet Pinkney. This is my first YouTube channel.
Hi, hey, hello, how are you? I'm so glad you're here.
I thought that I would do some questions so that you guys could get to know me a little better. So I wrote down 26 questions because I just turned the ripe age of 26 years young. Hello, period. Yeah. Thank you. Go out for another year. But I wrote down 26 questions. Mind you, I just kind of wrote these questions off the top of my head. So these aren't even really questions I've really sat down and answered myself. So a lot of these answers might be a surprise to me as well as you. So yeah, let's just get started and get right into it. First question that I asked myself is, what is my full name? Which I just told you guys. My full name is Kenesha Monet Pinkney. Yeah, that's my full name. The second question is, where am I from? I am from Delray Beach, Florida, Palm Beach County. What it do? 561. Yeah, I love Florida, but I now live in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. So this is my new life. How many siblings do I have? I have five sisters and four brothers. My mom has three, which is me, an older brother, and a younger sister, and then my dad has eight. I'm somewhere in the middle of that eight. He was a Rolling Stone. You know what I'm saying? That ain't my business. But I got nine siblings in total. What is my height? I am 5'2". I'm short, fun size, the best kind. What do I enjoy doing in my free time? I enjoy writing, singing, dancing. I just enjoy creating, like anything that makes me think and gets me into my creative space is what I like to do in my free time because I feel like that's what makes me feel the most liberated. And sleep. I love to sleep. That's just number one. If you don't like to sleep, I don't know. Don't get next to me. Number six, we have, what am I passionate about? I'm passionate about love. I'm passionate about nature. I'm passionate about love is the biggest thing I could say because most of the things that I'm passionate about comes from a space of love. I love love. I love everything about love. And it's rare to see genuine, unconditional love. And I know love can't always be unconditional. Now that I'm 26 and I'm actually learning how to love people from a genuine space and not an egotistical space, I'm really starting to understand the true meaning of love and what it is, and that sometimes it comes at a cost and that it's not always perfect. There's love all around us. There's love in the trees. There's love in the spaces that we inhabit because God put so much love in our face. And, I feel like that's something to be passionate about. Loving yourself, loving the people in your life, loving your life. So that's what I think I'm passionate about. My favorite food. I don't know if I have a favorite food. I feel like there's foods that I could eat, or there's certain foods that I can eat like and never get tired of them. So I would just say like my favorite types of food is like Caribbean food. I love Caribbean food, like Jamaican food, Haitian food, Hispanic food, like any type of food like that. I love Asian food, Japanese ramen, gyoza. I love any type of Asian food. I also enjoy Italian food. So I think those are like my top three right there. What's important to me? What's important to me is living a life of integrity, living a life that can inspire others to be their most authentic self. Because I feel like I'm even in a space in my life where I'm trying to inspire myself through myself and discovering myself to be who God called me to be who I am at the core. I'm just now really discovering who I am in my life. Like I never like I knew who I was, but I didn't know exactly who I was because I was in spaces that didn't allow me to flourish the way that I needed to. So I'm just now really figuring out who I am. So I feel like what's important to me is knowing who I am, being confident in that. It's important to me that I have love in my life and that I experience love. That's very important to me because a lot of people are married or a lot of people are in relationships and there really isn't any real love in it. It's a lot of comfortability, it's a lot of settling, it's a lot of conditions. So what else is important to me? Life. I mean that in every form. Nature is important to me. The earth is important to me. A lot of people don't really show enough appreciation and gratitude to the earth that we inhabit. That's something that should be important because it's where we live. You have to treat the space that you reside in with care because it helps create your experience here. My ninth question would be, do I believe in God? Yes, I believe in God. I believe in God because God has made themselves known to me. God has showed up in my life ways that I know that it was no one else but a higher source. There was no one else but a higher power. And God has shown me what love is. God has shown me myself. And God has really been working on me in my life. I see it every single day in every way, even in ways that you don't think that God is there. God is there. Of course, I believe in God. And if you don't believe in God, you better start believing in something. What do I hope to accomplish in my life? Right now, I'm a photographer. I'm new at it. I'm still learning. Eventually, I want to be a very famous photographer or well-known photographer to the point where I'm an expert at it, and I'm the photographer behind the Vogue shoots, the magazines, and for the top models. And so I want my photography to, eventually get to that space to where I can get recognition and awarded for my work. That's one of the things that I want to happen in my life, is to find true love, be married to someone. We see it through to the end, till death do us part. And I mean, really, death do us part, and be happy doing so. You know what I'm saying? Like, we chose each other and we choose each other every single day. I want it to be the type of love that can inspire others to go seek that type of love. So that is why I'm also very patient in waiting on who my significant other is going to be, because I don't want to make any mistakes. And I want it to be something inspirational, the epitome of what real love is. That's an accomplishment for me. Another thing I want to accomplish in my life is, I'm a writer. So I write poetry. I don't know if I will expand into stories or anything like that, but right now I just like to write poetry in quotes, and eventually you want to have a best-selling poetry book. I know that I know it'll happen. I just don't know when it'll happen. I have so many things that I really want to do in my life. I don't really want to settle to just be one person or be one thing. I heard a girl talk about this in a video one time. And it's so true that in life you pivot. Some people don't pivot often. Like me, I want to pivot. I want to be different people in my life. I want to travel. I want to go here. I want to go there. I want to do whatever life has for me. Whatever that is, I want to explore everything that I am, because you have so much time, God willing, to discover all those things. And I know that I could be more than one thing in my life. I could be a photographer, I could be a wife, I could be a writer, I could be a dancer, I could be a singer. Eventually I want to get into music too. Like, no one really knows that I like to sing, or like I like to create music. That's something that you guys will be seeing in the future. My favorite color. My favorite color is green. Any type of green. I'm just a green girl. I love green. Green is my favorite color. That's simple. What are my love languages? All of them. Every single last one. Now, which ones do I utilize the most? I would say acts of service and physical touch. Acts of service, because I love doing stuff for people. Like, I love buying stuff for people that I care about, people that I love. I'm always looking to do something to make someone that I love feel loved by me, by giving them something, gift giving, or helping them out. I'm a physical touch girly. Like, I love to touch my friends, I love to hug my friends, I love to kiss my friends on the cheek, I like to hold my friends hands. I'm very touchy feely, and I really don't like to be acquainted or associated with people who really aren't that touchy feely, because I don't want to feel like I have to reduce myself, a part of myself, to make somebody else feel comfortable. I just rather have people who are a lot like me, so that's really not an issue. What are my pet peeves? Some of my pet peeves are, I don't like to touch other people's sweat. I don't like touching other people's body fluids. Like, and I know that sounds crazy, because during sex, you be swapping sweat, spit, saliva, germs, all type of stuff. But I don't like the type of, like, okay, when somebody goes to the gym and they have sweat on them and I'm not sweaty, and they try to hug me, don't do that. I don't like that. I don't want to feel your sweaty fluids on me if we ain't already. You know what I'm saying? Another pet peeve I would say is lack of communication. That's a big pet peeve. Stubborn people who are not willing to change in any capacity. I have a few other pet peeves, but I really can't think of them right at this present moment. So, yeah. Do I want kids? And if so, how many? At this point in my life, I don't feel like I want kids. I don't feel like kids are completely off the table, but honestly, I feel like if I was to have a kid, that I would be having a kid for my husband or my partner. I would love them enough to give them a kid. I really feel like I like being responsible for myself. I really would prefer my whole world revolved around me. And then, if I had a partner, then it revolves around us. But I feel like kids take a lot of that away. So I feel like kids are not off the table, but they're not in the equation anytime soon. If I did have kids, I already told God, if I have kids, I want twins out the gate. Just give me my two and let me go on about my day. That's all I want. Two, and I'm gone. Boy and a girl. That's it. What can I offer to the world? I feel like what I can offer to the world is genuineness. Like, I don't know, is that a word? Genuineness? I feel like I can offer that to the world because I feel like I'm a genuine person and I'm genuinely concerned about other people and their well being, even if they're not someone that I know. Being genuine is something that the world needs because a lot of people hide behind masks, thinking that who they really are is not good enough because society has a standard of people or things that they think makes you great. So like if more people would just be themselves, that the world would be a better place because we need every type of individual that there is. We need everybody. We need everybody's participation. We need everybody's gifts. We need everybody to shine their light. Just like the stars in the sky. We need all the stars to shine. You might not shine as bright as the other person, but I need you to shine it. Okay? Shine your light. That's something that I can offer to the world. And I can also offer to the world honesty. We're not honest with ourselves. A lot of us go through the same things and we go through a lot of the same emotions, and then we try to act and we try to point the finger at somebody else and judge them when a lot of us have done the same things, gone through the same things, felt the same way, or understand where that person's coming from. If we all looked at each other as ourselves and realize that that's another human being just like me, that person feels emotions just like me, that person's going through life just like me, that person doesn't have it figured out just like me. Like if we can come to that realization, then the world will also be a better place because there will be more community. We'll be more willing to help each other and see each other through life and not just be so willing to be like, you know what, I made it through. Hey, you're on your own. Which, is something that we tend to do because we're like, I went through the pain, I went through the suffering. You should have to too. Somebody's got to do it. Somebody got to be the leader. Somebody got to take the road first, and then other people follow behind. You shouldn't be discouraged if you're in that position because I feel like sometimes I'm in that position to where I feel like I'm the one going through all the tests and the trials and all the hard stuff so that I can help my family. And sometimes you feel like, damn, why I gotta go through this? Why nobody pave a way for me? One thing I learned is that those type of people are chosen. Those type of people are rare. Not everybody can be successful. Not everybody can be a leader. Not everybody can fall and get back up. So just knowing that is an accomplishment, and know that God blesses those people and He blesses you so that you can bless others always. You're only as strong as your weakest link. And I know that's cliche, but it's so true. We're only as strong as the weakest person next to us. And if we can help that person on board, we could all be strong. It doesn't have to be like that person's weak and you're strong. Everybody contributes a part to the puzzle. What has life taught me? Life has taught me that you never give up, no matter what. Life has taught me never give up, always keep going, no matter what it looks like, no matter what it feels like. Always endure to the end. Always, 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 always endure to the end. Always get back up. The only thing in life that matters is you getting back up. It's not about how successful you are. It's not about how much money you have. It's about your ability to get knocked down and say, you know what, I got knocked down. I learned my little lesson. It took me out a little bit, but I'm going to get back up and I'm going to keep fighting. And I'm going to get stronger. And I'm going to keep overcoming. Always overcome. And know that you can overcome anything as long as God is with you. Where are some places I would like to travel? I want to go to Greece, Thailand, Egypt, Tokyo, Mexico, Turkey. I want to travel everywhere. If we're being honest, like I feel like as long as God gives me life every day before I die, if I live a really, really long life, I hope to have seen most of the world. Most of the world. Like I want to see everything. I want to see everything that there is to see. God ain't make all of this for me to just be in one place and only see that one thing. I want to travel everywhere, really. But do people notice about me? I feel like people notice that I'm brutally honest. Like I don't really sugarcoat much. Another thing I think that people notice about me is obviously my tattoos. That's a physical thing, but every time people see me, they always notice my tattoos. Another thing people notice about me, that I'm funny as fuck. Duh. I mean, everybody doesn't get to see that, but I feel like that is something that people notice right off the bat. Who inspires me? Everybody who is chasing their dreams and accomplishing their dreams as a young person, that they inspire me. A lot of young people, a lot of people in my age bracket have been accomplishing a lot of big goals, making really positive accomplishments. Those are the people that are inspiring me at this present moment because I'm looking at them and I can see me through them, and it gives me the courage to be like, you know what, I could do that too. If they could do it, I know that I could do it. That inspires me. That makes me want to go harder, knowing that I have that same opportunity in front of me to be where or even exceed where some of those people that are my age pursuing a lot of things that I'm pursuing or want to pursue, accomplishing them. My mom inspires me as well. Seeing my mom like go through the things that she went through raising me, my mom never gives up. I've never seen my mom back down from nothing and just lay down and sit down and let life just trample all over her. That is something that has really inspired me to chase my dreams. Also, being from where I'm from, the circumstances that I was dealt, I feel like that inspires me. I don't really come from much. Knowing that I don't come from much, that inspires me because I know I'm not nothing. I know that I'm very much something, especially in the eyes of God. So, coming from nothing and knowing that God turns nothing into something all the times, I know that I'm a miracle. That inspires me to keep going as well. What is my favorite thing about Earth? The sky is probably one of my favorite things about the Earth. Because the sky be going crazy. Sky Daddy be doing anything. Like, I love how the clouds have no restriction. I love how the sky can just make its own art. Like, I love the art that the sky creates. The moon and its phases, and how sometimes the moon is really yellow and it's really big, and then the sun, where you can see it over the sunset sometimes, and it's really big and it's really bright and it's pink and it makes different colors in the sky, and the clouds can make different shapes. It's so versatile and it's so free. That's how I feel at the core, that I'm a free spirit. I just realized that my camera overheated. See, and that's a prime example of never giving up. The old me would have been like, oh my gosh, like now I gotta go re record the rest of this video. Yeah, I could complain because that is how I feel inside, but what good is that gonna do for me? Because I'm still gonna have to re record it. So I might as well just go ahead and skip that part, just get to re recording it and have a positive attitude about it and just be like, you know what, that didn't go the way I planned, but life doesn't always go the way we plan it. Life isn't always the way we think it should go because the devil's trying to play me and he not gonna do that. So that's question number 20. So thank you, Lord. 21st question is, what's my favorite music type? I feel like I'm very versatile when it comes to music. I love music based on melody and the lyrics, the substance of the song. I don't necessarily like a particular kind of music because it's country or it's rap or it's R&B. Even though I do have certain genres of music that I love, a plethora of that music type. For me, it's all about the type of melody and the message, because I'm just big on art. Art is one of those things that doesn't really have rules. There can be rules to it. Art is subjective, and I like that music is subjective as well. It doesn't really matter the type of genre of music it is, more so what the message is and the melody and how they coexist together. The cohesiveness of the song and how it flows. So I feel like that determines what type of music I really like. In what ways have I grown? I've grown so much in all areas of my life. The most I would say is my emotional maturity. I've always been pretty mature for my age. God has given me the gift of wisdom and maturity, but I feel like even more so now recently in my life, now that I'm 26, I've really learned how to control my emotions, learning where to give energy to something and when not to give energy to something, learning when to react and not to react, learning to sit with my emotions, process them, and then evaluate them and discuss where, why, how. Having that emotional maturity makes your relationships that you have with other people so much more beneficial because you're able to communicate and talk things out in a more adult like fashion to where you can both understand each other. I've also grown in my confidence, in my self esteem. I've grown in just all areas. Like I said, in my personal belief, I believe that I've grown in every area, spiritually, mentally, physically. Every day I'm growing. Every year I'm growing. I can honestly, truly say that I'm constantly growing. Where do I see myself in the next 5 years? I see myself married. I see myself traveling. I see myself as a professional photographer, getting paid a lot of money to do what I love. Wealth. I see a lot of love in the next 5 years. I see my family elevated. I just see good things in the next 5 years. I also want to have my first poetry book published by then, hopefully way before 5 years. But within that 5 years, I want my book to be published. What is my zodiac? I'm a Virgo. I love being an earth sign, period. I'm not one to like wrap my whole life or wrap a whole person into a zodiac sign. I understand that there's so many variables that make a person unique and that make them and that make them act the way they act and do the things that they do. So I'm not somebody who's solely dependent upon zodiacs. You being loyal or down to earth person, that could just be an individual thing. What do most people not know about me? Most people don't know that I'm sweetheart. Like, I'm a sweetheart. A lot of people probably look at me and think that I'm mean or I'm stuck up or I'm stubborn or that I might be rude. And I definitely can be brutally honest. I'm not rude, but I'm definitely really brute. I say things how it is. I'm pretty straightforward. I don't really sugarcoat a lot. I always do it out of love, but a lot of people don't understand that. But I'm a sweetheart. If you don't know me personally, I'm a bit of a weirdo. Like, and when I say weird, I mean just different, because to me, weird is just different and unique, not the normal standard. Like, you don't abide by societal's rules. You do what makes you feel good. You do what you know to be true to yourself. So I feel like a lot of people don't know I'm a weirdo. Like, I like rock star. I like the little rock star vibe. I'm a little emo sometimes. I'm a lady with class. I'm versatile, baby. I can really fit in and blend in anywhere that I want to blend in. What will I do with my wealth? Spread it. When I become wealthy, I want to be able to give back to my community and give back to the world, because giving back and blessing others is how I honor God and value God, because God cares about all of his people. And God is not one who blesses one to not bless all. Nothing in this life is about us personally. It's all about the greater picture. It's all about everyone and the part that everyone plays in the world. I would spread my wealth. I would show other people how to achieve wealth. I would want to sustain my wealth, to be able to stay wealthy and not just get wealth and lose it. That's what I would do with my wealth. That was the 26th question, and we have come down to the end of the video. My name is Kanisha. This is my first YouTube channel. This is my first YouTube ever. So continue to work with me. I'm going to continue to work on me. And I really want to just have this page to keep myself accountable, as well as inspire myself, see my progress along my journey, because there's a lot of things I'm going to be accomplishing. There's a lot of things that I have on the way for you guys and for myself. And I just want this page to be an inspiration to not only myself, but other people just like me. Maybe don't think that they need to be front and center. Stop hiding in the background. You a superstar, baby. You can't hide from that. God wants you to shine your light. He wants you to be in the front. I want this YouTube to be a reflection of that. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace, love, have a blessed day. See you later.